Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today for this preview. And it's later than I would have liked. I was waiting, right? But we've still not got the official travelling squad to Kazakhstan. So hence why I would have loved to do this preview earlier, but I wanted to actually try and find out the names of those that are actually on the plane, because we don't know who's actually going. And this is an important factor, and I'll explain why. But before I do not forget to make sure that you are here for tomorrow, the review after the game is all said and done, and the socials. Make sure you're following all of them in the description. They are on screen for you right now, the personal ones and the channel ones, the Younes Talks Football ones. Make sure you are following on all. And subscribe here, notification bell on, because review will be out tomorrow. Then we look forward to the weekend and our game against Brentford. We're playing Brentford, right? Yeah, Brentford. So, let's get cracking. This is a very, very, very interesting fixture. And for the first time this season, I am going to come on here and tell you guys that I am actually, I wouldn't say excited, but I'm intrigued for a Conference League group game. And why? Because this is an anomaly, right? This is an exclusive event, should we say. This is different to the rest. We are going all the way to Astana. Or it's not even Astana. If I'm not mistaken, we're not playing in Astana. We're playing in Almaty, I guess. Almaty is another city in Kazakhstan. It's not Astana, because apparently Astana have renovations going on to their ground, so they're currently using another ground, but they're using another ground halfway across their country in Almaty, not in Astana. And a fun fact, Almaty apparently years ago used to be called Astana, and then they moved it. So that's just a fun fact about Kazakhstan. If you need more details, you can go and ask Borat. Don't, because he's not Kazakh, that was just a joke. Anyway, this is an interesting fixture because we need to be careful on who we send. Normally that's not the case, but this time it is. We have to be careful on who we send. And we have to, because this is a 9,000 kilometer round trip. This is what happens when you play Conference League football. Yeah? You got to go halfway across the world to play a group game. This is what happens. Because we're going all the way to the other end of Europe, right? And Europe is a very large place, right? You can quote me on that. You're going to put that in the comments. Younes once said Europe is a very large place. Yes, it is. Yeah? Because when you're going halfway across the flipping world at this point, I mean, Kazakhstan and its location is on the extreme end of Russia. Basically, right? That sort of end. Well, not the full-on extreme, because if we're going to go to the complete other end of Russia, you're actually going to end up halfway across the world. So a 9,000 kilometer round trip. It's 4,500 kilometers there, 4,500 back, right? And I want to give a special mention. Before we get into the ins and outs of this fixture in regards to the team, a special mention is absolutely deserved and has to be given at the minimum to these lot. These are the Chelsea fans that have travelled, that are there. They've made the trip. Unbelievable. These are proper Chelsea. I think we have to acknowledge, yeah, these lot, proper Chelsea. Proper Chelsea. Big up to every single one of you that has made the trip to Almaty to go and watch Astana versus Chelsea in a Conference League group game. And why am I making this a big deal? Not only are these lot travelling, just like the team, 9,000 kilometer round trip, they've travelled to -18 conditions. And this is another reason why the game tomorrow is so special. I stress special. Special in terms of the context. we're going to be playing tomorrow in very, very, very tough conditions, right? And the fans are going to be there in the stadium watching in minus 18, minus 15, minus 11. The time of the game that it's being played, 3:30 p.m. 3:30? Yeah, 3:30 p.m. local time, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow in Kazakhstan. It's going, today it was minus 11, I think it was. Yesterday it was minus 18. That gives you an idea on the temperature that the team are going to be playing in tomorrow. And the fans are going to be watching in tomorrow. So to those fans that have travelled, it took 3 flights as well to travel to Almaty. You had to go London to... they had to go to somewhere. I forgot where. And then from that place, straight flight to Astana. And then Astana down to Almaty. So 3 flights to get to that location. Big up to every single one of you, because that is serious dedication to go all the way to watch Chelsea. So, for the team, minus 18, minus 15, minus 11. That's what we're going to be playing in. We're going to be playing jet-lagged and in ultra-cold conditions. And it's not even AstroTurf. I was under the impression that they've got an AstroTurf 3G pitch. They don't. I saw a clip of the Astana team training earlier on today. They were training on grass. Hard grass, I'm sure. Very, very, very solid grass. Now, some people are going to say there must be underheating and there must be, under-pitch heating and whatnot. I don't think there is, lads. I'll be honest. I don't think there is. I think it's rock solid. And it probably means they're going to have to wear Astros because you can't wear boots on frozen ground. You just can't, right? They might, you could say they might wet the pitch, but it'll freeze. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. This is why I believe I've got a solution. Yeah. This is why tomorrow's game is so interesting. Let me show you this, and then I'm going to give you my solution. This is the team that trained at Cobham, right? The team that trained at Cobham before travelling. This is the team. This is the squad. So, obviously the goalkeepers, but in terms of the defenders, Tosin trained, Disasi, Vega, Ashiempong, who, by the way, is signing a new contract. It looks like that's done and dusted, and that's going to happen, so fantastic. Glad to hear he's staying, and all has been agreed. Caden Wilson, Richard Elise, Michael's brother, Harrison Murray Campbell. In midfield, Dewsbury Hall, Chukwuemeka, Keanu Dyer, Raksaki. In attack, Nkunku, Mark Yu, Neto, Tyreek George, Vale, Miyuka, Ampa, and... Washington has returned. He's alive, ladies and gentlemen. He's alive. I'm glad we found him. He's still there. Now, Washington is not eligible to play, right? He can't play because he can't be registered. Vale isn't registered. He can be registered on the B list, so as a reserve, if something were to happen, he can step in. But that has to be done before midnight. I don't know if that's been done. Dyer and Meyuka are expected to play in the FA Youth Cup game on Friday night, which means that they can't travel because they won't make it back in time. I don't know, how long is the flight? Like 7 hours or something like that? Well, all the flights to get there's probably longer. So bearing that in mind, it doesn't really leave much of a squad. Now, I showed you that, I wasn't meant to. Simon Johnson has mentioned that the amount of academy players that are travelling are in the double figures. So over 10, basically, academy players are travelling to this Conference League game. My solution is this. Tomorrow, play a full academy team. Simple as that. Play the kids. Play the kids along with the seniors that are not going to, not even play, that are not going to be in the squad on the weekend. Whoever plays not plays. Whoever travels or whoever has travelled to Kazakhstan cannot be part of the matchday squad on the weekend. Impossible. Impossible. So when I see some of the names that have trained, for example, like Nkunku, right? Tosin, Isasi, Vega, as I said, Nkunku, Neto, they can't travel. They can't travel. They're needed. Against Brentford, they're needed on the bench. 100% they're needed on the bench. So, to go all the way to Kazakhstan, that trip, come back, jet-lagged, on Friday, and then they got to play. They can't even train. They got to play on Sunday. No chance. Absolute no chance. No chance, no chance, no chance. No chance. It's not happening. So this is why my solution is tomorrow, just play the kids. Just play the kids. Look, Achiempong starts. Caden Wilson starts. Richard Elise starts. Murray Campbell starts. That's our back line. 4 defenders. Done. Dyer and Meuka can't play because they're going to be in the FA Youth Cup game on Friday. Cool. In that case, Dewsbury Hall, you're playing. Chukwuemeka, you're playing. Because they're not going to be in the squad on Sunday. They don't have to be. Raksaki, you're playing. Mark Yu, you're playing. George, you're playing. Vel Meuka, like I've just mentioned. Ampa, you're playing. There we are. We've got a team. We got a team, right? Except for I need 2 more midfielders. And who's in goal? Jorgensen can play. I guess Jorgensen can play because Sanchez is going to play. Look, personally, I would switch it. I'd send Sanchez to Kazakhstan. For me, if it was up to me, he'd travel. You're playing tomorrow, no problem, right? Or I don't know. I'm hoping there won't be any mistake on that hard ground. He makes mistake on carpet pitches. I don't know about a flipping frozen pitch that bobbles. I don't know. So basically, the academy have to play tomorrow, which is why I'm not going to show you graphics because I've not got graphics of all the academy players. It's as simple as that. But I've mentioned names. Basically, look, the academy boys play tomorrow. It's going to be a hard pitch. The ball's going to bounce a lot. We're going to be playing in Astros, surely, which means, look, the academy boys, funnily enough, will be more accustomed to those environments than the first team or the seniors, without a doubt. Because the seniors at this level, yes, they've come from where they've come from, but they are accustomed to certain conditions now. That sending them to extreme conditions, they'll struggle. For one game, they'll struggle. They need to acclimatise. The academy boys, though, I think, are still well wired in terms of playing on the estate, playing in Hackney Marshes, playing in those conditions. Like, I feel like they'll be a bit more up for it and a little bit more accustomed compared to the seniors who are probably too well drilled now with all the facilities available to them. I feel like this is a job for the academy boys to go and do. And in -11, -15, -18, however cold it's going to be tomorrow, you're going to see clouds coming out of their mouths, right? So it's not going to be easy. And it's going to be one hell of an experience for these academy boys. Yeah, hell of an experience to go and play a European game in these conditions. Tomorrow, you boys are about to become men, basically, right? So I'm all for it. This is why I'm actually excited to watch this game. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see what's actually going to go down here. So, I'm all for it. Let's see what happens. Score prediction. You know what's funny? Man United lost to Astana 5 years ago. They went to Astana. They lost 2-1. I remember seeing that scoreline. I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing that scoreline. I can see why, to be honest. Look, if Chelsea were to lose tomorrow, I'll be honest, I wouldn't be shocked. The conditions are ridiculous. These conditions are outrageous. You've got to be used to playing in this sort of environment. Astana, no problem. They do this on a weekly basis. This is fine for them. This is where they got an advantage. We're going into conditions and a pitch and a surface that is just unknown. It's unknown. Even growing up in the UK, what are you accustomed to? -4, -5 at max. I've played in -4. Hackney Marshes, cold Sunday morning. Yeah, I've done that. That's fine, right? -18 is a different gravy. I've never experienced that in my life, right? I don't know. What is that like? It's hard enough playing in conditions where to the point it's so cold, to the point where like, oh my God, this is cold. My lungs are frozen. Good luck tomorrow, lads. Good luck tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say. Good luck tomorrow. Go and get a result. If you get it, you get it. Brilliant. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. For once, I'm actually going to say, look, if we lose to Astana, if we lose a game, I'm not fussed. Let's see what happens. In terms of quality, yeah, you'd think we'd go there and win 6-0. But it's not going to be the case. It's going to be a hard game. And for that reason, I hope, Academy boys, go over there, we'll win 2-1. I'll be up for that. Yeah, the Academy team to come out with a 2-1 win will be a great result. So that's my preview. Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. I will catch all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done. I will be at the Chelsea Supporters Club tomorrow in the UAE. So where that's based, I will be there watching. And then straight after, I'll give you guys the review. So make sure you guys are here. Subscribe, notification bell on. Check out the socials that were just on screen, all in the description. Much appreciated. I'll see all of you after the game. Have a good one, people. Look after yourselves. See you tomorrow. Take care and peace.